Okay, we'll start the class. In the last class, we have discussed the transaction analysis. In communication chapter, we have discussed so many concepts, how the transaction happens and what are the different types of transaction. In that, complementary transaction, cross transaction, and ulterior transaction we discussed. What is transaction analysis? Anything we say and we get a response, that means there is a transaction complete. Suppose I ask you the question, you are responding, that is a transaction. And in that transaction, in that interaction, there are different patterns. We have, there is a analysis given by Eric Byrne. We understood that parent state, adult state, child state, there are different types of conversation. And when the one state is matching with an other, then that is called parallel. If it is not matching, then it is called non-parallel, cross transaction, complementary and non-complementary. Alternate transaction, which has double meaning. Means you are saying something, it means something. Then we'll understand the organizational dynamics. What is organizational dynamics? Organizational dynamics is defined as the process of continuous strengthening resources and enhancing the employee performance. It's one way it's called as team. So anything you do, any work, it's consisting the team effort. So, so when people are forming together to achieve something, achieve a goal, that is a team. One or more, two or more person. Once you are working with another person, then that is a team, that is considered as a team. It could be two-person, three-person, or more than two-person, any number. So that's a team. So when people are working, there will be so many challenges, so many dynamics, so many conflict. We'll understand that. Next thing is conflict management. And when you are working, you are getting the work done by the people. There are so many dynamics, so many concern you have to work and you have to think. There are some elements given in the slide. Effective planning needs the management to define the division and department as per their structure. So when you are working with the team, you have to make a plan. Another element is goal execution. You have a target. Another element is leadership. You have to drive the team. You have to work towards the objective. That is leadership. There is another element is control. So you should know rules and regulation, how to control, what are the different activities you are working, where to control. So everything, there are so many dynamics you have to work and it comes to team dynamics, organizational dynamics. Organizational dynamics is team dynamics. This is an example. An example of dynamics is a car moving despite of the force. ଗୋଟେ କାର ତୁମେ ଚଲଉଛ କେତେ ଅବଷ୍ଟାକଲ ଆସୁଛି ବାଟରେ ସିଗ୍ନାଲ ଆସୁଛି ଲୋକ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଗାଡି ଯାଉଛି କେତେ ଯାଉଛି with all these obstacles they are moving ahead. The example of dynamics is a car moving despite of the forces of multiple objects trying to stop it. The car has a large mass, जहाँ भी ऑब्स्टैकल आसिले तमे मूव करछ आगो, that is the dynamics, which means that its momentum will increase if it is not stopped. तमे रहीगल but with all obstacles you are moving ahead. That means you are facing all the challenges along with your road. So that is the example of team dynamics. Effective planning needs management to define the division and department as per their structure. One element is the goal execution. Every team, every person, every group has their objectives, their goals. They are working to execute the goals. Leadership, resource control, these are the different elements of the team dynamics. There is another concept we'll understand when you are working with the people. The concept is a conflict management. What is conflict? Anything, any dispute happens between the team, between the people, it is conflict. That means, suppose in your home, you are planning a picnic. I always give a picnic example because this is the season you are planning, you are working, you can easily relate that. Suppose you are telling one spot, you you have decided to go to Delhi, but some of your family members is willing to go to Mumbai. So there is a conflict. You wanted to see a movie tonight, which is a horror movie. Some of your family member wanted to see a comedy movie. So there is a conflict. So each and everything there is a conflict. You and your brother wanted to have non-veg food today, but your father wanted to have veg food today. Again, there is a conflict. So how you are managing this conflict? Whenever there is a people, there is a person working in something, that means there is a conflict. So person, as I was telling you, person is one resource. Manpower is one resource which will work on their own. ତମେ ଯଦି କାମ କରୁଛ ତୁମର ଯାହା ଇଚ୍ଛା ହବ ତୁମେ କାମ କରିବ ତୁମକୁ ଜଣେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିବା ଦରକାର ନହେଲେ ହ୍ୟୁମାନ ବିଙ୍ଗ ଗୋଟେ ଏମିତି ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କର ଯାହା ମନ ଯାହା ଇଚ୍ଛା ତାହା କରିବେ ମେସିନକୁ କ'ଣ ତମେ ଯାହା ଫିଟ୍ କଲ ଯାହା ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ଦେଲ ସେ ସେଇଆ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ସନ କିନ୍ତୁ ମଣିଷର କ'ଣ ମନଟା ହିଁ ସବୁ କଥା ତମେ ଯାହା ଚାହିଁବ ତାହା କରିପାରିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ କରିପାରିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ କାମ ତମର ଇଚ୍ଛା ନାହିଁ କାମ ନ କରିପାର ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି so one has to give the proper instruction, proper direction, then one has to control. All these things are there in the human being. So what I was telling, how conflict happens. There are different types of conflict. Suppose interpersonal, intragroup, intergroup. In broadly four types. Intrapersonal, what is interpersonal? When you are thinking something, this type of conflict is within you. You are not impacting anything to anyone. You are not having any dispute to others, with anyone. So you are thinking something, but you are becoming something. So that conflict is within you. This level of conflict refers to an internal dispute and involves only one individual. This conflict arises out of your own thoughts, emotions, ideas, values, and predisposition. It can occur when you are struggling between what you want to do and what you should do. ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ତମେ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କରିଛ, ତମର ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଲ ଅଛି, ତମେ ହେବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛ ଏଇଆ, ତମେ କରୁଛ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, ତମେ ଭଲ ଚାକିରିଟେ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛ କିନ୍ତୁ a minute. Okay, sorry for that. So intrapersonal conflict is within you. Any discussion, any conflict happening between you, you are not affecting, impacting with anyone. You don't have any conflict with the others. That is intrapersonal. You are thinking something, you are becoming something, you are doing something. You thought how to become a great person, but your work, you are not, you are very lazy, you are not studying well. So you are doing something, you don't have that commitment, you don't have that goal to become a great person. So that is intrapersonal skill. Interpersonal skill means that conflict happens with others. This conflict occurs between two or more people in a larger organization. ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ conflict କରୁଛ, it can result from different personalities or different perspective on how to accomplish goals. Interpersonal conflict may even occur without one party realizing there was ever conflict. Suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ opinion ଦଉଛ, ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, ଗୋଟେ statement ଦେଲ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଜଣେ ତମ teamର ଆଉ ଜଣେ different opinion ଦଉଛି. There is a conflict between two people in the same group. That is interpersonal conflict. The colleague who is working with you is not accepting, not agreeing with your opinion. So there is a conflict grown. Similarly, intra-group and intergroup. Intra-group means within that group. This level of conflict occurs between members of a single group within one group. When there are multiple people with varying opinions. So there is one group, within that group there are members. The members are giving different opinions. This is intra-group, within group. Similarly, intergroup, one group with the other group. Because there is a conflict between production department and marketing department. So marketing department has given the advertisement and creating the market that so and so product will available in the month of January, but the production department is not ready to make the production in January. So there is a conflict. That means maybe there is some other department related, but within two major department there is a conflict. So that is called intergroup. There are two groups, two departments. Conflict. This level of conflict occurs between different groups within a larger organization or those who do not have the same overarching goals. There are different types of conflict occurs in the larger organization between the people are working when there are many people are working. And to resolve this conflict, there are many resolution technique methods one can apply. So, for example, you are in the top, you are getting so many conflicts. So you have to plot those conflicts and which one requires resolution, which one doesn't require. Based on that, which one is a high priority, which one is a low priority. So there are so many conflict resolution mechanism available you can apply. We'll study few and will relate to your example to your day-to-day life so that you can understand. Suppose ତମେ ଦେଖିଛ ଗୋଟେ conflict ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଘରେ କି ଗୋଟେ team ରେ. Sometimes you ignore it, sometimes you value it, sometimes you resolve it, sometimes you are giving time. It depends on the volume of conflict, depth of the issue, what is the impact. So a lot of factors depends on it. So looking at the conflict, you will decide what resolution, what is the techniques you use to manage the conflict. There are different conflict resolution. You will see the relationship in exercise by axis. One axis is given the goals, other axis is relationship. So looking at the objectives, goals, the depth of the conflict, what I said, so you will apply the resolution technique. What are this resolution? Whether you will avoid, whether you will accommodate, whether you will compromise, competing, collaborating, there are different techniques. So where you will manage the conflict. So what are these technique we'll understand. Avoiding style of conflict resolution is one where one has low concern for his ultimate goals and low concern for his relationship with others. So there are sometimes you will avoid the conflict. If you look at the before graph, this is avoiding. So low in relationship, low in goals. That means that conflict is not impacting anything. So one person told something. So that conflict, that problem will not avoid, not impact any other members, other relationship. Also, it's not affecting the person's goal. So what you will do, you will simply listen and not do anything. So that is avoiding. The avoiding style of conflict resolution is one where one has low concern for his or, or goal and low concern of the relationship. Everything is low. There is no impact, so you will avoid. There is another type of conflict is accommodating style, where you will accommodate, you will understand, you will not work immediately, but you will accommodate. Of the conflict resolution is where one party focus on the need of others and not the importance of the goal. If you look at the same slide again, accommodating. Accommodating in the relationship is high. It's going up to here, but low in goals. It's not impacting the goals, but it's impacting others. Similarly, compromising. Competing is it's low in goal, high in goal, and low in relationship. Collaboration is high in goal, high in relationship. That means it's impacting others and it's impacting the goal. So These are the different five types of conflict resolution mechanism: avoiding, accommodating, competing, compromising, and collaborating. What are the each type of mechanism? Avoiding, the where you will avoid, where you will not do anything. Accommodating is where you will accommodate of conflict resolution, where one party focuses on the needs for others and not the importance of the goal. Competing style of conflict resolution is defined by one party pushing ahead with his her own mission and goals with no concern for the other party in the conflict. Compromising, compromising of conflict management, it's a moderate concern for others and moderate concern for the ultimate goals where the agreement focuses is achieving reasonable middle ground where all the parties can be happy. You will give a comparison. So if you see the graph, it is in between. Both parties win and give up something. So you and me, suppose there is a conflict and there is a problem. So our supervisor is giving a compromise where you have to lose something, I have to lose something. You have to gain something, I have to gain something. Both will sacrifice something, gain something, then we'll come to a common conclusion, common understanding that will not have any conflict. That is compromising. That is a middle state. That's why it is told it is a moderate concern. And the another thing is collaborating style is one where there is high concern for relationship and high concern for achieving goals. Those with collaborating style looks put all the conflict on the table, analysis it, analyze it and deals openly with all parties. So there are five types of conflict resolution mechanism: avoiding, accommodating, competing, promising, and collaborating. So based on the conflict, conflict depth of the conflict and the impact and the relationship going to impact the goals and other products and other team members, so you will apply the resolution mechanism. So before you decide something, you have to analyze the conflict, what it is. In this diagram, you are basically putting on the conflict in the different, you are plotting all the conflict in the different position. So you are understanding whether conflict is impacting the goals or impacting any person, any relationship in the organization. So based on that, that is going to help you to apply the resolution, to apply the to resolve the conflict and which mechanism is to apply in the conflict. Based on that, you will decide. Then we'll continue this conflict resolution. What are the different types of conflict? We'll give more example and we'll understand the conflict resolution technique in the more detail in the next class. Today we'll end the class here, and another one or two class. This chapter business organization is going to complete. This is actually we are going through the last unit, unit 6, where you have conflict management is one chapter. We have another chapter on team and organization dynamics. This is in the last unit. We'll complete this, and maximum another one or two class this course will complete. Thank you.